Hello everyone, I'm Peggy Neely Harris and this is Peggy's Creative Art Space Podcast. Well, it's officially springtime. Not only new beginnings in the arts, but new beginnings all over in life. So thank you for popping back out to join us after our short break a couple of weeks ago. We've got something special for you coming up. So welcome back for more creative conversations about the arts and communities everywhere. But today, we are devoting this podcast entirely to the Georgia Peach State's national guest from Atlanta Black Theater Festival. Oh my goodness, it's the 11th Arts Festival serving as a hub for bringing all worldwide guests together in one place in Atlanta. And guess what, St. Louis? You are invited. So get those bags packed for Labor Day weekend and go out and do some arts networking.
So hello, everyone. I'm Peggy Neely Harris from Peggy's Creative Art Space Podcast. And as you know, we bring on wonderful guests all around the city and state of Missouri. But today we're doing a special something. We're bringing on a national artist. And I am so happy to introduce my very first national artist, Miss Toni Simmons Henson from Atlanta Black Theater Festival. Please welcome our awesome guest. She has done over 30 years of business management. Oh my goodness, it's so much I can't tell it all. Expertise in business management, entertainment, production, marketing, and I'm gonna let her tell the rest, okay? So let's welcome Miss Toni Henson. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you again. Thank you so much for having me, Peggy. I am so excited to be here today.
Yeah.
I have never been to Missouri.
My goodness, you gotta come.
I do. I hear about the food. I hear about the people, but I definitely have to put it on my list of places to go.
Yes, because we have some wonderful artists that came from St. Louis, Missouri, so we have the
Absolutely, no doubt.
Goodness, Red Fox and all those guys. There's so many people. It's just wonderful. So anyway, I am so delighted to introduce you to my guest and just talk some things about the creative arts. And I know you are a woman of many artistic abilities. So I'm going to let you just hand it over. But the first thing I wanted to ask was, what inspired you to get into the arts business?
Ooh, wow, that's a good question.
Who inspired you? I mean, all of that.
I think exposure at a young age has definitely was the spark in the very beginning. My mother, and I have to give her the credit because she always had us, my sister and I, when I say us, my sister and I, we had to play instruments. So I played the clarinet. She put us in ballet. So I took ballet. I was the most awkward ballerina. She just, and then growing up in New Jersey, New Jersey is the backyard of Broadway. Yeah. And I grew up in a small town where the arts are cherished and performing arts are cherished and appreciated, and music is celebrated, and
yes.
Just exposure, I would say, from a very young age, as long as I could remember, because my sister, who's a playwright, she wrote plays, and she would write the play, and we would be in the backyard or the basement putting on the play. And listen, this is what's crazy, like 9 and 10 years old, and we would charge the neighborhood kids, just come and see our play. And it would be something like 10 cents or a quarter or something. And we would have the basement or the backyard full of neighborhood kids on these plays.
See there? And it has come full circle because you still are a serial entrepreneur. You charged them 10 cents back in the day for your backyard, and now look at you. You have flourished to be just a wonderful, wonderful business person in the arts, and your whole family is involved, your husband too as well. But that's so wonderful. You had that upbringing like that, and you were right, you said, in the backyard, from, New York and whatever. So it was always around you, right?
It was always around. Yeah.
So Toni, explain to my audience basically, so exactly what the Atlanta Black Theater Festival is. I know you don't just mount plays. You are actually basically trying to change engage, build, and entertain the Black community because it needs so much because of our history. We have not had a bright future as far as entertainment is concerned, and you've done something about that. So tell us what you're doing with those qualities.
Well, I can tell you that in 2004, I started producing theater. I actually invested in a franchise called Drama Kids, which is based in Perth, Australia. And I own the territory in New Jersey, in Princeton, New Jersey. And that grew. I got a lot of accolades in business. I was in Entrepreneur Magazine. I was on the cover of the Princeton Packet magazine. And that just really kind of sparked my interest in producing theater. And it was a children's academy promoting public speaking and acting skills. And I saw how children were really built their confidence and their public speaking skills, just not necessarily aiming for the stage, but those also aiming for the boardroom. You have to have confidence. You have to be the ability to speak. So fast forward, moved to Atlanta in 2007 and started producing theater again. I invested in another franchise, which didn't turn out very well. Ended up declaring bankruptcy, ended up in court. It was just an ugly situation. And I was super depressed. This was 2010. We were in the middle of a recession that we had not experienced in our country since the Great Depression. And I was depressed. And my husband said, you know what, you were really happy when you were producing plays. So again, a few months later, trying to come out of this funk, this financial, and recover financially when you couldn't even get a job at anywhere, fast food, anywhere. I had the inspiration of 4 words. And I say inspiration because I would have never thought of it. And the 4 words were Atlanta Black Theater Festival. And now we're celebrating our 11th year and providing a platform for over 3,000 artists and over 145 playwrights. I'm at awe at what God can do when he calls you to his purpose.
Thank you.
And you're willing. It's not easy. It hasn't been an easy journey, but it has definitely been a faith strengthener. And one thing in particular that I want to say, and because you referred to our objective and our goals as the festival producer. Whenever somebody gives you something, whenever you have an idea, you start something, you need a reason why to keep going, because at the end of the day, it's tough. It's really hard to do anything that you want to be successful in. You got to put the work in, and you have to have a reason why. And it just can't be money, because money is not going to drive you. I'm sorry, it's not. Money will leave you nothing but empty and friendless. So, I can tell you that is definitely the truth in experience as well as observation. But the one thing that happened that gave me my why was before we even launched the festival, we launched the inaugural festival in 2012. February of that year, Trayvon Martin was assassinated.
Yes. And
when he was assassinated, that rocked my world. My son was 17 at the time. And we had moved from the north to the south. And my fears were palpable. And I realized that I had to spend the rest of my life doing something about not only the image of others of us, but our image of ourselves.
So, Toni, you have an impressive staff and impressive board members and whatever. They're all involved in the arts in some kind of way, but they're all involved in other social things like banking and just financing, and they're all are involved in some type of awards. How did you come across getting those beautiful people like that and pull them all together for the theater festival?
Peggy, I'm so glad you asked. When I tell you, when God gives you a vision, he also gives you provision. And I was working with the festival. First, the foundation of the festival was established because my sister, Wanda Simmons and her sacrifice.
Okay.
We sat down and we spent 14 to 18 hours a day creating a business model for the festival to launch it in 2012. As we move forward towards each and every year, I just put forth a very simple prayer.
Okay.
God, you gave me this. Please give me the people to help build it.
Wow.
And over the years, there have been people who have come and gone, and and that got me frustrated because it wasn't the right fit or it was because of the right time. But what I realized was during the course of that, and this is help in anybody who wants to build any dream, that people are in your life for a reason and a season or a lifetime. And I didn't make that up. Somebody said that. For a reason, for a season, and for a life.
I like that.
And sometimes it's all three, sometimes it's only one. And once you accept that, you say to yourself, what is that person here to teach me about who I am? What are they here to reflect back on me? How long are they here to stay? And always cherish those lifetime relationships. Always value and cherish those lifetime relationships.
And it's so wonderful that they are so close to your vision, and they're all, basically they love the arts just like you. And it just seems like a wonderful fit. I thought, oh my goodness, she has a wonderful board member and wonderful staff, and they all they can all contribute a lot of what you're doing and what your plans and your goals are for the future as well.
You have to absolutely love the arts in some way or another, because it doesn't pay monetarily. It pays in so many other ways. So it's a very special group. Our board is very active and engaged and giving. And I really appreciate that they have been sent at this time and place to take us to the next level. So we're ready to go to the next decade.
How do you get younger people involved in the theater festival? Because I know they are. I've seen pictures, I've seen videos. I'm thinking, oh, she's doing a great, fabulous job. I love it. So how do you involve the younger people like that? How did you do that?
That's the biggest challenge we have. I think in the South, there is this social, and I'm not bashing the South, because I love Georgia. I love Atlanta.
Yes.
I'm just talking about cultural differences, and it's not bad, good or bad. It's just different. There is a celebration of people or students, young people, when they're in sports. Not everybody is a stellar athlete.
No, they're not.
There are students, there are children who are creatives. And those are the ones we reach. We reach those who may or may not be celebrated in communities in the South because they're not athletes. They're awkward, like me. Maybe socially awkward. They may be insecure or have a think different, because that's what artists do. We think different. It's a gift.
Definitely.
It's a gift, but it is also sort of a curse, because we also hypersensitive.
Yes, that's true.
Because we need to remind the world that our goal and our gift is to remind the world that we're human. So,
we have a purpose. We have a purpose as well. We have a beautiful purpose.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
So I try to reach those students and try to create a space, a soft space for artists to fall.
Okay.
And I think once I do that, the word gets out. Once we do that, we have a climate for that. They share and they express and they come back.
Awesome.
That's the best way I can describe the formula for attracting young folks. I just want to make one more point about the young people, attracting young people.
Okay.
We have two programs that I'm very proud of. One is the Dr. Doris Derby monologue competition.
Okay.
Who was started by Dr. Doris Derby, and she is an iconic civil rights leader and photographer, and she actually passed away last week. So I want to dedicate this to her.
Okay.
And she was an advocate for the arts. And the monologue competition, we're accepting submissions for that in the next 2-3 weeks. And then also we have internship programs. So if you don't have a young person who's in the arts, then you can engage and also participate by donating, because we really want to keep it going.
How did you maintain, the theater, during the COVID times?
It wasn't easy, I can tell you, but the advantage that we had is COVID happened in March and our festival was in October. So that gave us a runway. When we realized that we weren't going to have the festival, we realized it early, and we canceled the in-person event and we pivoted to online.
So tell us more about the festival. If there are people watching the podcast and they want to get involved, so now it's going to be in person?
It is in person. We are fully
coming back now. Yes, awesome. So tell us about that. If someone's watching the podcast and they'd like to, come to Atlanta, would it be in Atlanta?
It will. It is in Atlanta, and it's Labor Day weekend. This is the first time we've ever done it Labor Day weekend.
Okay.
We are testing this weekend, and hopefully, and from the response, I mean, people are like, wow, this is really good. I'm off on Monday. I'll be there. So we're going to do September 1st to the 4th. So we're back to 4 days. And the lineup, oh my gosh, the lineup is going to be mind-blowing.
Okay, so give us a little bit of a hint. Don't tell us everything, but just basically what's going to happen on the day 1, 2, and 3, and then the explosion, I'm sure, on day 4 or whatever. Just basically, what would someone get a chance to find? How would they network at the festival? How does the whole festival work? Because I watched it, and there's nothing like being there in person. I know that. So tell us a little bit about what they would expect if they come to the festival from Missouri.
Well, expect to be embraced and loved on.
Okay.
And affirmed as whoever you are, however you are. That's the first thing you want to expect. Because the love and the artistic expression is palpable. I'm telling you, you can feel it. So that's the first thing. Looking around and seeing all your people and then the talents and everything. And just having to reach out and be able to, and if you're not a touchy person, don't worry about it, because everybody is, because some people, not everybody is that lovey touchy, but want to be in a warm, affirming environment. That's the first thing you want to expect. Because everybody becomes family. You will meet people. You can come alone. I have people, women and men who come alone. They meet people.
Yes.
You can come with your girlfriends, your male friends, your groups, couples, whatever. It is just a great time. And as a solo traveler, I travel a lot. I travel by myself. That's the best place to go, is to a theater festival by yourself, because you can really meet people. That's how friendly everybody is. Nobody's in a clique. You're sitting next to someone and you're experiencing it together. Yeah. So the schedule is actually online. I'm not going to go through the whole schedule, but if you go to Atlanta, BTF, Atlanta spelled out BTF, B as in black, T as in theater, F as in festival.org, or just Google Atlanta Black Theater Festival. Our website comes right up. And get on our email list. So when we announce the lineup formally, you will get that in your inbox, and you'll be the first to be able to jump on board and get your pass or your ticket and participate with us.
Awesome. Wonderful, wonderful. And not only that, just experiencing the cultural differences there. I know a lot of people leave their hometowns to go and find opportunities other places. And would you consider this being a place to come and just gain more knowledge about what's going on, in the Atlanta area and in other places in the United States?
Absolutely. Well, Atlanta has definitely become a hub
Big
for
hub.
discovering talent.
Yes.
The movie industry, theater feeds the movie industry. Every artist that I've known that's been a sustainable artist has made a statement about how they've gotten started in theater and how they would have never reached the heights that they have without their theater training.
Yes.
So just 2 plugs for that.
Okay. Yeah.
Because sometimes we feel like theater is the stepchild in movie and film because of all the money in television and film, because of all the money we make in it, kind of gets to be front and center. But theater is where you really do learn the discipline and the art.
Thank you.
But yeah, you can meet producers, you can get on our email list and even participate in one of the stage readings. We're always casting. Local folks, producers and directors are looking for opportunities to cast people. There's writers roundtables and workshops. There are actors roundtables and workshops. There's just a lot. If you're an artist or an art enthusiast, there's a lot for you.
Okay, awesome. So the love and all of the networking is one a big perks that a person would gain if they came to the festival, right?
It's like a family reunion.
Oh,
honestly.
I love it.
It's like you come once and you meet somebody and you come back again and you meet and you see them. I'm telling you, it is like a family reunion.
Okay, I'm getting my love group together. We're gonna come. Okay, I've been wanting to do that for a long time, and I know that Kenny Leon, his theater is still there. Does he participate with your organization as well, Mr. Leon?
We have a great partnership with True Colors Theater Company. The new artistic director, he's been there I think 5 years. He's been on our panels. It's funny that you mentioned that because our live performances will actually be in the same Performing Arts Center that Kenny Leon produces out of. The True Colors Theater Company produces out of.
Awesome.
So this is our new venue this year. So a lot of stuff is new.
Okay.
So we're at the Southwest Arts Center, and that's the marathon of plays, which will happen on Saturday, September the 3rd.
Okay, awesome. I love that. So give us that website one more time so my listeners can go out there and get registered and be prepared to come out there and do some wonderful things in the arts.
Yes, the best thing to do is just Black Theater Festival, Atlanta Black Theater Festival.
Awesome.
But if you got a pen and paper handy, spell Atlanta out and add B as in Black, T as in theater, F as in festival.org.
Awesome. I love it. Tell us how you get the idea of Queen's Gotta Go To. That was so fun. So how long has that been out, and are you still touring that as well? I know it's a book, but it's a play as well, right? So you tour that? Okay.
It is a poetic memoir. It is my life. I went through some relationship struggles, which we all have gone through with my family, my husband, and my children.
Okay.
And it came out in poetic form. I had to express it because it was killing me. And it had to come out some way. So it came out in the form of a poetic memoir. It is a book. Yes.
Oh my gosh. I love the graphics of it. I love that. So tell me, I'm not saying the whole thing. Okay. I'm just saying Queen's Gotta Go, but
I know.
Yeah, you can tell them what it's about. Okay.
It's called Let It Go. Queen's Gotta Bleep To.
With an S, guys, okay? And then with a T.
Yeah.
It's so wonderful. I love that. So it's basically your life through that little, this comedy, I suppose, right? But it's also what? It's real.
It is real. And it's the book is available on Amazon.
Okay.
And I wrote it honestly just because I needed to survive that period. I had to reteach them how to treat me. You ever been in a relationship where you don't want to leave the relationship, but hey, this is an ultimatum. You're either going to treat me better
Yeah.
Or this is, like I said, my husband and my children. Either y'all gonna respect me as a woman and with needs and wants and desires and plans, or I'm gonna find a tribe of folks that will.
Get out of here. I love it. The arts transcends all over the world, right? It's just worldwide. It's everywhere in every culture, but particularly in Ghana. How did that go over in Ghana? Just tell us a little bit about that.
It went very well.
Oh.
It went very, very well.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm so appreciative of what you're doing, and I know that you have created a space for people to come and just be themselves, basically, and learn and cooperate and communicate with other people. You know, it's kind of like a melting pot that you've done there in Atlanta, and I just love it. I just love what you're all about. I love it, and I hope you keep it up. So the future holds what for the Atlanta Black Theater Festival?
Love. We want to continue to love on each other, love ourselves. Mm-hmm. Love is the message. And one of the things that we started doing was reaching out beyond borders.
Oh, I love
because our story does not begin with slavery.
Thank you.
So we are developing relationships with world artists, not just those in Atlanta, but around the world. And we're getting ready to launch the very first World Creative Arts Conference, and it'll be online. So another thing you can do, this is only the second public announcement I've made. I made the first one yesterday. Hey. So people can sign up with the Atlanta Black Theater Festival. Just go into our website. So if you're an artist and you want to get into the business, it's going to be a free online conference. Because I am working really hard to get sponsorships to help cover the cost of it, because artists, there are so many out there who want to know how to get started. And we're going to be, again, a soft place to fall. So.
Oh, good. Wonderful. Thank you so very much. Once again, Miss Toni, thank you so much for coming on Peggy's Creative Arts Space podcast. And I love everything you've told us today, and we are going to support you. I'm going to bring a group out there. You're watching to see, okay? We're going to get into it, okay? Thank you so very much for joining us. Love you. Okay. You. Bye-bye. See you later.
Did you know that St. Louis is regarded as the birthplace to many world-famous entertainment stars? One of these being Red Fox, who is more commonly known as John Elroy Sanford. That's right, Elroy. Born on December 9, 1922 in St. Louis, Missouri to parents Mary Hughes and Fred Sanford Sr. After young Fox's birth, his father decided to leave the Union, and Fox was then raised in the south side of Chicago by his half-mother, grandfather, and family minister. He attended DuSable High School while in Chicago, but his sights were definitely set on New York. When he left home in his teens, he joined the street band and linked with another yet-to-be icon well known as Malcolm X. They made a living washing dishes together at Jimmy's Chicken in Harlem. Due to genetics, they both commonly shared a reddish hair trait and were given the nicknames Chicago Red for Fox and Detroit Red for young Malcolm. Homing his quick wit with comedy skills, early in life, Sanford went on to become one of the nation's funniest raunchy nightclub comics during the Civil Rights Movement. He became a car detailer, business owner, and even performed on more than 50 records. He famously gained world acclaim for his sitcom Sanford and Son, which was named after his older brother. He went on to become a Golden Globe winner, 3 Primetime Emmy Award nominee, and a star on the St. Louis Walk of Fame on Belmont Boulevard. Sanford lived an exciting 68 years and passed away in the year of 1992. Despite his many financial and tax problems, marriages, and lawsuits from producers, Sanford is credited for helping the many blacks and artists of color in the entertainment world.
Today's parting thought. You know, I usually end my podcast with a phrase or a word as a parting thought, but today I'm going to just say, go. That's my parting thought. Go with the flow, go with your urge. After 11 years of gathering so many worldwide artists together under one roof, I want to remind some of you who may not know about it and introduce to some that the Atlanta Black Theater Festival is the place to be this holiday weekend for Labor Day. So you want to contact atlantabtf.org. Spell the word out, Atlanta, and then btf.org. It is going to be a super exciting time and an exciting place for artists like you, me, and everyone. So get those bags packed for Labor Day weekend, and I'll see you guys from St. Louis in Atlanta.